In this video, I'm going to be talking about the difference between basic interoception and more advanced interoception, and why we need to focus on basic interoception, how that is one of the foundational contributing factors to healing our nervous system after it's been through a trauma. So as this is a trauma-informed video, I want to invite you to remember that you can pause this video at any time if you feel some activation in your system. That is really quite common as we're learning about trauma and the associating topics that go with it. We can often feel some activation in our system. So please do take care of yourself. Know that you can pause this video and you can come back and continue your learning when you have the capacity to do so. And interoception is it is the tool that tells us whether we've got the capacity or not. Interoception is our ability to sense what's happening inside the body, and that would also include sensing if we feel that we have the capacity to learn new things at the moment, to take on any more new information. That's a little bit more advanced than what I want to focus on in this video, because basic interoception, so interoception is disrupted when we experience trauma, because we often in a traumatic situation, not just within a trauma within the nervous system, but let's say there's been a traumatic situation, either an acute traumatic event or relational or developmental trauma, chronic traumatic stress. Often not even often, most of the time, we have to suppress our needs. We have to suppress and override and ignore our needs in order to survive the situation. And that's a protection mechanism. The body cannot manage all the things at once, so it's economizing where it can put its attention. However, when we stay stuck in survival mode, interoception also can stay disconnected. It can stay stuck in that survival state as well. And so the body learns how to function in a survival state without us feeling so connected to our needs and to our sensations and what we're experiencing in the body. Excuse me. And while we talk so much in trauma healing about building the capacity, building the safety to feel our feelings, in order to feel what energy was suppressed or repressed during these traumatic situations, before we can build the capacity to feel our feelings, we've got to understand what capacity is. And we've got to understand if we've got the capacity, and that is part of it. It's this internal sense of, do I have the space? Do I have the resources? Do I feel capable to make a choice about doing this work right now? That is advanced. And that will then lead us on to you being able to explore what sensations you're feeling in the body. Are you feeling any bracing? Are you feeling any fluttering? Are you feeling any heaviness? Are you feeling any tension? What emotions are coming up with that? And so on and so forth. But before we can get to that, because that is advanced interoception, what we need to focus on first is the basics. And I learned this from Irene Lyon, who is a trauma nervous system expert. You can find her on YouTube. She's got hundreds of incredibly informative and insightful videos to learn about trauma. But I learned this from her, that we have to start with healing our interoception, first of all, through listening to the basics. So that means listening to when we need to take a drink, when we are thirsty, listening to when we feel tired and we need to rest, listening to our body when it tells us that we are hungry, listening to our body when we've got an itch or when we've got a cough, and allowing ourselves to do it when we need to pass gas, and allowing ourselves to do that when we need to stretch. Because every time that we ignore our body's need to express itself, its need to tell us something about what it needs us to do, what it would like us to do, we are causing further dysregulation and disconnection. If we are not listening to our body when it tells us that we are hungry, when we are thirsty, if we override that and think, I will get a drink later, or I will go to the loo, in half an hour, not now because I'm busy doing this. What we are doing is ignoring the signals from our body at the most basic fundamental level. And so if we can't meet the body at its basic needs and give it what it's asking for, how is the body going to be able to feel safe enough to share with us and to release and to integrate and to process any other extremely powerful energy that has been suppressed during the traumatic events that we've experienced? If we cannot hold space and honor our body's needs for the most basic things and act on the most basic things, it's going to make doing the deeper, more emotional work that a lot of people want to explore in trauma healing unsafe and very difficult. We've got to really prioritize meeting our basic needs and practicing meeting our basic needs on a daily basis. And I do this on a daily basis. I wake up in the morning and I listen to my body, and when I realize I need to go to the restroom, I go to the restroom. When I need to take a drink, I take a drink. When I am hungry, I get up and I look for something and I make myself something to eat. If I feel like the environment is too bright, then I will dim the lights. If I have an itch, I will scratch it. If I need to pass gas, I will do that. I really try very hard to listen to my body's basic needs, because I know that if I don't, then I'm causing more dysregulation in my system. And so this is something I've been practicing for over 2 years, and it is part of my daily nervous system health practice. So just to conclude, interoception doesn't start with us going deeper and exploring our emotions and our body's sensations around the trauma. Our ability to restore our nervous system and to reconnect with ourselves starts with the basics. So if you are someone that is on your healing journey and you are looking for support, my name is Donna Louise, and I'm a trauma trained somatic practitioner, a functional breathwork coach, a clinical EFT practitioner, and also a trainee counsellor. And I help people to get out of survival mode, to restore their nervous system, and to reconnect with themselves. If you found this video helpful or insightful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel, or consider sharing it with someone else that you feel might find this useful. If you've got any thoughts, any questions, any concerns, I'd love to hear from you, so please pop them in the comments section below this video too. And until the next time, take very good care.